Exercises to increase testosterone levels. Before starting these effective workouts, did you know that in the United States, approximately 1 in 4 men over the age of 30 have low testosterone levels? It's a concerning trend that affects energy levels, muscle mass, and overall well-being. But fear not, you can naturally increase your testosterone levels and reclaim your vitality. Did you know that low testosterone levels can lead to fatigue, depression, and even increased body fat? Shocking, right? But what if I told you there's a way to boost your testosterone naturally with some simple exercises? Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the best exercises to increase your testosterone levels naturally. No pills, no gimmicks, just effective workouts. Let's get started. Pause Goblet Squat. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Bend your elbows and bring your hands close to your chest, making a fist. Lower yourself into a squat, keeping your torso upright and your weight on your heels. Once in the squat position, hold for a second to engage your core and pelvic muscles. Then push through your heels to return to a standing position. Repeat. This exercise strengthens the glutes, quads, hamstrings, and pelvic muscles. Ensure your knees do not extend past your toes during the squat. Lying alternate butterfly open. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Keep your arms by your sides. Open your left leg to the side, lowering your knee towards the ground while keeping your pelvis on the floor. Return to the starting position and repeat with the right leg. Alternate between legs. This exercise targets the inner thigh muscles and the pelvic floor. Keep your lower back pressed into the floor to prevent arching. Glute Bridge. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Keep your arms by your sides. Raise your hips off the ground until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Squeeze your glutes and hold the position for a few seconds before lowering your hips back to the ground. Repeat. This exercise strengthens the glutes, hamstrings, and pelvic floor muscles. Engage your core to avoid overarching your lower back. In and out squat. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, elbows bent, and palms clenched together at your chest. Lower into a low squat, keeping your upper body upright. Jump up and land in a wider squat position. Then jump back to a narrow squat position. Alternate between wider and narrow squats. This dynamic exercise targets the glutes, quads, hamstrings, and pelvic muscles. Ensure you land softly on your feet to reduce impact on your joints. Superman hold. Start in a prone position with your legs extended and arms raised overhead, palms facing down. Lift your legs and arms off the ground as high as you can, extending them as much as possible. Imagine someone is pulling your legs and arms in opposite directions. Hold the position, engaging your lower back, glutes, and core muscles. This exercise strengthens the lower back, glutes, and pelvic muscles. Keep your neck in a neutral position to avoid strain. Reverse plank. Sit on a mat with your legs extended in front of you and your arms placed behind your back. Elbows extended and palms facing forward. Lift your hips off the floor until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your heels. Squeeze your glutes and hold for a few seconds before lowering back to the starting position. Repeat. This exercise targets the glutes, hamstrings, lower back, and pelvic floor muscles. Engage your core and keep your shoulders away from your ears to maintain proper form. Namaskarana Pose. Stand with your feet hip-width apart. Bring your palms together in front of your chest in a prayer position, elbows bent. Lower yourself into a deep squat by bending your knees and hips, keeping your back straight and chest lifted. Push your knees outwards with your elbows, engaging your inner thigh muscles and pelvic floor. Hold the position for a few breaths, then return to standing. This pose enhances flexibility and strength in the hips, thighs, and pelvic floor. Sumo Squat. Stand with your feet wider than shoulder width apart. Toes pointing outwards. Bend your knees and lower your hips into a squat position, keeping your back straight and chest lifted. Ensure your knees track over your toes. Pause at the bottom of the squat to engage your pelvic floor muscles. Then push through your heels to return to standing. Repeat. This exercise targets the inner thighs, glutes, and pelvic floor, promoting strength and stability. Rocking frogs. Start in an all-fours position with your knees wide apart and your feet together. Lower your hips towards the ground, keeping your back straight and forearms on the floor. Rock your hips back and forth gently, feeling a stretch in your inner thighs and hips. This movement activates and strengthens the pelvic floor and hip muscles while improving flexibility. Maintain a steady, controlled motion to avoid straining your muscles. Kneeling hip thrust. Kneel on the floor with your knees hip-width apart and your hands resting on your hips. Slowly lean back, keeping your torso upright and engaging your core. Squeeze your glutes and thrust your hips forward, returning to the starting position. This exercise strengthens the glutes, core, and pelvic floor muscles, enhancing stability and power. Keep your movements slow and controlled to maximize muscle engagement. Adductor Stretch. Sit on the floor with your legs extended straight in front of you. Bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall out to the sides. Hold your feet with your hands and gently press your knees towards the floor. This stretch targets the inner thigh muscles and the pelvic floor, improving flexibility and reducing muscle tension. Hold the stretch for 20 to 30 seconds, breathing deeply and relaxing into the stretch. Butterfly pose. Sit on the floor with your back straight and your feet together. Hold your feet with your hands and bring them close to your body. Gently press your knees towards the floor, using your elbows to increase the stretch if necessary. This pose stretches the inner thighs, hips, and pelvic floor, enhancing flexibility and muscle relaxation. Hold the pose for 20 to 30 seconds, breathing deeply and focusing on relaxing your pelvic muscles. Decline bridge. Lie on your back with your feet elevated on a bench or a step and your knees bent. Place your arms by your sides for support. Lift your hips off the ground until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Squeeze your glutes and hold the position for a few seconds before lowering your hips back to the ground. Repeat. This exercise targets the glutes, hamstrings, and pelvic floor muscles, promoting strength and stability in the lower body. Ensure your movements are controlled and deliberate to avoid straining your back. These exercises are designed to strengthen the pelvic muscles along with other key muscle groups, enhancing stability, balance, and overall strength. Ensure you perform each exercise with proper form to maximize benefits and reduce the risk of injury.